Hi folks, and welcome back to Cancer is Curable Now. Today I have an unboxing video of my new TGI. Now you can see here on the screen beside me that we have set up a second camera here where you can see all the details when I take you through the menu. Now the first thing when we unpack is that I have now as well one of those flash looking little TGIs and not my stone old model. And we have here in the box the glasses, which is, I have had already unpacked it to check if everything works. So that's the glasses. And then we have here the ear sets, which I don't use because they don't hold in my ears. There is somehow a latch missing, which doesn't work. So I've tried many times with those which I have with my Apple devices, and I've given them all to my kids. They love them. I don't. I use my little ear sets, which are in-ear headphones, which means they go inside the ear, and I hope you can see it here, and they shield out completely. So they are really inside the ear, and I like them a lot more. All right, now that's the headset. Then we have the glasses. The next part would be the USB cable, and I use that to recharge. I use that to connect to my computer, to download the program. I use that only. I've never used any of those devices. First of all, I don't have enough power points to plug them in. And secondary, all they do is reduce the power to the same outlet as you have on a computer. So why would you do that? So they've adapted or added an adapter. So if you don't have a computer, you just plug in your USB cable down here, and then you plug this side in your TGI at the bottom, and then that's it. And that will give you power, and it will allow you to download programs if you connect it to the computer. For me, that's something that goes into my drawer where I have already 20 of those, and just leave it there, except the cable, I take that. And then we have here the guide, the quick start guide. Now this is showing me very clearly and very simple. You can see it here on the screen. It shows me choose a program, play your program. It's in color, and it's a very simple, very easy explanation on how to use the device. Again, I never use those menus because, well, I just keep playing until it works. So let's just put this aside. We leave this here for reference, that I have something to put my hand on to show you in the screen very clearly how we use it. Now let's plug in the headset. You see up here there is a little plug with a headphone. We plug that in, and we plug in the glasses where we have that symbol with the glasses. And we put the glasses here so that we can see the light as it flickers. All right. Now, turning on a device is always difficult if you have no added buttons except those middle ones. So let's just press the middle button like you do with any iPod, and there we go. We have the screen active. Now you can see it's very easy, very clear to read, and it has select and play program tracks. Now that's the most important. If you have purchased the TGI small, what is it, the key? Then you have fixed programs on there. If you order the Pro, like I have here, then you have downloadable programs. You have just some credits that will allow you to download the programs that you like off a list, I think with 200 different soundtracks, which really is something nice because you can listen into them, you can check them out, how you like them, how they work, and they give you many possibilities. Now, the select and play track, I would like to go first through the adjustments before we go into that and check that out. Now, I need to move here. All right. Now, it's a bit tricky here with the camera. Okay. Now, let's look into select adjustment for volume. Now, if I click that, oh, that's pretty loud. Now, that really depends on whether I like it that loud or whether, and okay, with the left button, you make minus, with the right hand button, you make plus. So let's just leave that at the middle, and then we'll check it out once the music plays. Okay, press the middle button, and that stores it, and then you go back up. Adjust LED brightness, the same thing. That's pretty low. That really depends now. Here in the studio we have lights all around. I have lights here, so that could be too bright, and we'll see how that works. You can't see it now, which is a bit of a bummer, but once we play it, we can adjust that anyway. And then we have Access Advanced Settings as the lowest part. Now if I click on that, then I have Adjust Audio Pulse Volume. Now that's the binaural beats. If you have slight hearing impairment, or with age, you're low volume, you know, you don't hear low sounds and very high sounds very well, well then that's a possibility to adjust that. So if we click on here, now that's set to about half, I would say. Yes, that's pretty much half on 5. Maximum is 10. And I just crank it up now to about 7 to see how it feels, whether there is some kind of vibration that we can hear strongly. Okay, press the middle to store that. Now let's go back to the Adjust Audio Pulse. We go down to the next one, and that says Select Daytime Feature. Okay, that means morning wake up. Okay, if I want to be bright and clear, whether that's morning or midday or before I go into an interview or before I go into some kind of a demanding, mind-demanding activity, I can use that. Morning activity, wake up to become clear and crystal clear. Then we have an afternoon recharge. That's supposed to compensate for my afternoon nap that I sometimes need. And then we have the evening ready for bed. Well, it's pretty evident. Calming us down, taking the stress out of the day and letting us sleep. And then we have that go back to sleep pattern, which is actually the one that when you wake up at night with night sweats, with dreams, with fever, with fears, with all sorts of things, and you can't fall asleep, it usually takes about 2 to 3 hours until you can go back to sleep. Well, with this, you can probably fall asleep a lot faster. Now, I don't have that symptom, but a lot of people that purchase the TGI actually realize that going back to sleep was done within half an hour or instantly. Just take on the glasses and they're gone again. So it really helps. All right, now let's just try one of them, evening ready for bed. Now I've selected it. How do I know that it's selected? We just go back in and check. Select daytime feature. Okay. Now you can see behind here is a little tick. I hope you can see that. Coming further down. Now there is here a little tick. Okay. And that shows that it's selected. We select it again. And now we go up to select play tracks. Okay. Now we can go through all the different. I've downloaded a heap. Learning Made Easy, Perfect Sleep. I click that with the middle button to select, and then I go further and you can see there is here number 2, Inner Journey, number 3, Stillness. So that would mean I'm playing now Stillness, and you can see straight away those little lights turn on. So that means now 12 minutes, 22, 21 seconds, it's counting down. It's actually showing me that the time is going back. And we just leave that here. And I'm trying now out to see how that is. Now the lights can be controlled with the up and down button. You can see here it's very bright if we go on full. And if I turn it back down and I go to here, just 1, you can hardly see it. It's still there, but not very strong. So I would assume it's about between 3 and 4 because you don't have your eyes open. You close your eyes when you use it. So again, now in the studio light, it might be difficult to see. Yeah, but I can see it very lightly. So that would be the frequency that is now absorbed through the eyes. That, well, I shouldn't shake the camera. And the second part we'd have to look at now is the sound. Oh, that's, by the way, Deepak Chopra. It's actually very nice. Now, it's not loud enough for me. I would need to take the volume further up. That's the light. Okay, and I can hear those binaural beats. It's like, yeah, well, you can't really hear it. Maybe my ears aren't that good. I thought I already cranked it up quite high. Yeah, I can hear it. It's very low key, so with the music you can hardly hear it, but it's like a little frequency, and if you hear it now, you can't hear it, but I can. Now, I would say it's exactly the same frequency as those lights, and you can see they're quite slow, so it's like really taking me into that stillness, and if you would hear Deepak, then you would know that it's really calming down, it's very much slowing you down and taking you to that other space that will help you to relax. Now, a nice feature that I found really beautiful compared to the old one is, as you can see here now on the screen, it turned dark and it has a blue indication on how long you have left, how long it will still go. And that's not important for me when I listen, but when my wife is listening and I come in the evening, I just look on her device and I see with that blue light, she's done in 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and I can leave the room and I can let her enjoy that situation without disturbing or without knocking her out. So in regards to that, it's a really beautiful thing. Now, as soon as I touch it, the screen is back. I can reduce the light with up and down. I can reduce the volume with right and left. So that's very easy. And if I want to stop it, now I have paused it. You can see, oops, now I pause it. Now the time stands still. It doesn't count down anymore. So I can stop and interrupt, which you shouldn't. And I can start again and it just starts playing again from where it was. If I hold the button, it jumps back out and I can use a different Journey to the Universe, Journey to Atlantis, Evening Relaxation. So there's beautiful programs. I love the one, the Journey Through the Universe with Dr. Keith Scott Mumby is an amazing program. It really takes you onto that journey and it helps you to forget the world. It's really stunning. So going back up gives me again the head menu where I can then go into all the different programs, you know, Realizing Wealth, support for cancer patients, really beautiful program. I went through with some of my clients through that program. It's actually used, this device, as it is now, is used in several clinics that we recommended it to, and their results are amazing. Patients become more receptive to their medication. They become more receptive to their treatments. They actually have a much stronger relaxation and through that a better treatment program. It really is very helpful, and the doctors are very excited about the tool because it helps them on a passive level. It's not something that activates the patient and gives them, it's giving them the relaxation. You know that during nighttime we detoxify, we repair. All the healing processes, all the relaxation, all the memory consolidation, all the learning processes happen during night. They're not happening during the day. And that's why this tool will give you that deep, deep, deep understanding, learning. It gives you the detoxification and the healing by falling asleep a lot faster. So I really love it. It's one of the tools, you know, I'm not advertising anything, but this part I really love. And it's amazing when you see the effect after a few days when you use it. All right, now that means if I just hold the button again, it's off. So it's very, very easy. It's very intuitive with those 5 buttons, right, left, up, down, and middle. You can't go wrong if you turn it back on and you select tracks, and see, it immediately has stored and remembers what we just had. So if you have a favorite program and you would like to stay with that and you repeat that, you have one program that you love most, well, stick with it. All you need to do is go back up, go back out, and then say in your advanced settings, feature of the day. Well, right now it's middle of the night. I want to go back to sleep. And now you select your program that you want and affirming self. And here we go. Number 1, and it starts playing. So now I have that go back to sleep with my favorite program. And that's amazing. That is really so much better because before you had to stick to the song that was adjusted, adjusted to that feature, you know, of going back to sleep or waking up. Now I can listen to my Journey of the Universe and load every program on top that I love most. Okay? All right. Have fun with it. It's a really beautiful device, and it's something that you won't regret forever. And in case you don't like it, in case it just causes you some stress or you don't get on with it, they have a beautiful return policy, which means you just send it back within 30 days and your money will be refunded. So it's no problem at all. Okay? See you soon.